Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching chemical coordination in animals, part 4. So we are discussing the endocrine system. In animals, not only the coordination takes place by nervous system, even the endocrine system also plays an important role in the coordination, isn't it? Because the nervous system, the brain and spinal cord nerves itself is not sufficient to respond to the changes in the internal as well as external environment, that is stimulus, internal stimuli and external stimuli. Okay. So in order to fulfill that, animals develop a special system called endocrine system, which is coordinated by the secretion of some chemical substances, special chemical substances called hormones. The endocrine system includes several glands called endocrine glands. They are ductless glands, okay, like hypothalamus, pineal gland, pituitary gland, parathyroid gland, thyroid gland, thymus gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, ovary, testis. See, our body in different regions, different glands are located. The secretions of these glands, they are somewhere in the body, and their secretions combines with the blood and show their impact at different places in the body. Some of the hormones influence almost all parts of the body. Okay. The growth and functioning of the organs depends upon the secretion of these endocrine glands. Okay, it's a superb system which coordinates the internal functions. Any disturbance in these glands, endocrine glands, may lead to some disorders also. Okay, we have studied some important disorders like diabetes mellitus due to hyposecretion of insulin. Okay. So more about these glands and their functions we are going to discuss in this video. Are you ready, children? Let us proceed. Important hormones and their functions. Pancreas secretes two important hormones, glucagon and insulin. The insulin hormone is released by pancreas, a leaf-like gland located in the abdominal cavity behind the stomach. Insulin allows the body to use glucose or sugar from carbohydrates in the food for energy, or to store the excess of glucose for future use in the form of glycogen. Okay. So this insulin helps in keeping the blood sugar levels from getting too high, that is hyperglycemia. The condition is called as hyperglycemia, or too low. The blood sugar, if it is very high, it is called hyperglycemia. If it is too low, it is called as hypoglycemia. Okay, this is the pancreas actual part, the internal part of the pancreas, which is called as the islets of Langerhans. This islets of Langerhans is the endocrine part of pancreas, consisting of two types of cells, alpha cell and beta cells. Alpha cell secrete glucagon, beta cell secrete insulin. Okay. So close up view of this islets of Langerhans. The duct is present, pancreatic duct. This is the exocrine part. It also consisting of delta cells also, and the red blood cells in the pancreatic acini, acinar cells they are called. Okay. So they are also present in the pancreas, which secrete the pancreatic juice, digestive juice. Okay, but we are discussing the endocrine part, so islets of Langerhans are very important. It is the endocrine part of pancreas. Okay, it secrete two hormones, glucagon and insulin. Next important hormone, estrogen. Estrogen is the female sex hormone released by the ovaries. It is responsible for the reproduction, menstruation and menopause. The excess of estrogen in the female body increases the risk of breast cancer, uterine cancer, depression, moodiness. If the estrogen level is less in the female body, it leads to acne, skin lesions, thinning skin, hair loss. These are all the symptoms. So estrogen. So this is the ovary, the ovarian follicles. The growing follicles are mature follicles. The ovulation occurs monthly once. The secondary oocytes release. The germinal epithelium is present. After releasing of this ovum, that ruptured follicle is converted into corpus luteum. The corpus luteum produces hormone progesterone, which maintains the pregnancy. Okay. Next important hormone, progesterone. The corpus luteum produces the hormone called progesterone. It is produced in the ovaries. It plays an important role in maintaining the pregnancy. It helps the body to prepare for conception, pregnancy, and regulates the menstrual cycle. When the pregnancy does not occur, the progesterone levels drop and the menstrual cycle again starts. Okay. Next, prolactin. It is a hormone produced by pituitary gland, and after the childbirth, for the production of milk or lactation, it is called, which enables the females to breastfeed. Okay, because of release of this prolactin hormone by pituitary, the mammary glands get activated and the milk is produced. Okay, after giving childbirth, the levels of prolactin hormone rise during pregnancy. So it also plays an important role in fertility by inhibiting the follicle stimulating hormone FSH and gonadotropin releasing hormone. Okay. So actually this is the pituitary hypothalamus. To the hypothalamus, this pituitary gland is attached. The two lobes are present, anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. The anterior pituitary part produces this prolactin, milk production hormone, and the posterior oxytocin. It is also milk let down hormone. Okay, so lactation, after giving birth of the young one, so mother feed the young ones with mammary glands where milk is secreted by the secretion of this prolactin hormone. Next, testosterone. Testosterone is a male sex hormone. It is an anabolic steroid by nature, which helps in building body muscles. In males, it plays an important role in the development of male reproductive tissues, testis and prostate gland. It also promotes the secondary sexual characteristics like increasing the mass of muscles and bones, growth of body hairs, etc. Serotonin. Serotonin is a mood boosting effect hormone, or also known as nature's feel good hormone or nature's feel good chemical. It is associated with the learning and memory. Serotonin is associated with the learning and memory. It regulates sleep, digestion, regulates mood, some muscular functions also. Next, the testosterone and serotonin. Once again, serotonin, it regulates the mood and some muscular functions. So due to the imbalance of serotonin in the body, brain does not produce enough of the hormone to regulate mood or stress level. Low levels of serotonin causes depression, migraine, weight gain, etc. Excess levels of serotonin in the body causes agitation, a stage of confusion, sedation, etc. Okay, so it's important hormone. Next, cortisol. Cortisol is the hormone produced by adrenal cortex, adrenal gland. It helps you stay healthy and energetic, because cortisol, what is the main function? It regulates the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Its main role is to control the physical and physiological stress. In danger conditions, it increases the heartbeat, heart rate, blood pressure and respiration also. At stressful times, body secretes cortisol to cope with the situation. The high levels of cortisol consistently causes ulcers, high blood pressure, anxiety, high levels of cholesterol, etc. Similarly, the low levels of cortisol in the body causes alcoholism, condition responsible for a chronic fatigue syndrome. Okay, so this is the cortex which produces the cortisol. Next, adrenaline. This is the hormone secreted by the medulla of adrenal gland, as well as some of the central nervous system's neurons also produce this adrenaline. It is also known as emergency hormone because it initiates the quick reaction which makes the individual to think and respond quickly to the stress. It increases the metabolic rate, dilation of blood vessels going to the heart and the brain. During the stressful situation, adrenaline quickly releases into the blood and send the impulses to the organs to create a specific response. Okay, so that's why this hormone is also called fight or flight hormone. Next, growth hormone. This hormone is produced by the pituitary. It is also known as somatotropin hormone, STH. It is basically a protein hormone having 190 amino acids, which is synthesized and secreted by the cells called somatotrophs in the anterior pituitary. It stimulates growth, cell reproduction, cell regeneration, and in boosting metabolism. That's why name itself growth hormone. It is important in human development. So the growth hormone is produced by the pituitary. The muscle growth, bone growth, functioning of the liver. Okay, so all these are under the influence of this growth hormone. So when this growth hormone is produced in insufficient amounts or hyposecretion, it will lead to dwarfism. Okay, growth will not be normal. So if it is produced over, then it will lead to gigantism, over height. Okay, so it plays very important role. Okay, children, so you need to read the book and try to recall. Okay, so these are the hormones, the chemical messengers. They are produced at some place and showed their function at some other place. Because they are ductless glands, they release these for example, the growth hormone you can take. So it is produced by pituitary nearby brain, but it influencing almost all parts. Okay, they are carried to the target tissues. That's why the tissues or organs on which these hormones show their action, they are called target tissues. Okay, and you can see these hormones. For example, a gland called the anterior lobe of pituitary produce thyroid stimulating hormone growth. So that's why pituitary gland is called as a master gland of the body. Okay, so these are the terms which we come across in the bits. So which is the mixed gland among the endocrine glands? That is pancreas, which is the master gland of endocrine orchestra, that is pituitary. Why it is called master gland? See, it influences almost all endocrine glands, other endocrine glands, and okay, for example, thyroid stimulating hormone of pituitary stimulates the thyroid gland to produce thyroxine. Okay, and adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates the adrenal cortex to produce the corticosteroids. Okay, and FSH, follicle stimulating hormone of the pituitary, it stimulates the gonads, the spermatozoa from the testis, and ova from the ovary. Luteinizing hormone, it is also influence the gonads. Prolactin, okay, vasopressin, it influence the kidneys, okay, to excrete the dilute urine. Antidiuretic hormone, it is also called. So that's why this pituitary is considered as a master gland. Okay, and thymus gland. Thymus gland is located at nearby the heart. It produces a hormone called thymosin. It regulates the growth and stimulates the proliferation of lymphocytes, the immune system, and also regulates the growth, and it is very important for immune system. The hyposecretion of this thymosin leads to poor development of immunity, retarded sex organs, etc. Okay, so very important. Okay, more about these endocrine glands we'll study in the higher classes. Okay children, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.